What it do, world? This your boy Youngin.
This is Queen.
Big B.
And this is Subject to Opinion, your favorite sports and entertainment podcast.
What up, people? It's your boy Big B.
It's your boy Youngin.
And this is Queen.
With an always so dead Queen.
Here she come back with this dead attitude.
This is Queen.
You guys are haters because I'm back and you missed me.
I
That is
you
not
guys
facts.
Me?
No.
I miss you fellas too.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back.
Well, we
somewhat.
We recording on a later date because people want to go on another vacation while we gotta record, fans.
Oh my goodness.
First New York, and then they go to Atlanta.
Listen, we just trying to, get out here so we can reach all our Subject to Opinion fans and understand what's going on in different regions. You know what I mean? So we can broaden our show.
Ooh.
So people in St. Louis can know what's going on in ATL.
Ooh.
What's going on in NYC.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So the people in ATL and NYC know what's going on in the STL.
So why didn't I get invited to any trip?
Listen, okay. This is still a podcast.
You just said our show is doing this, but I wasn't there.
No, I mean it's for the purpose. That was like the 1A reason for the trip.
No youngins allowed.
Facts.
Bro, y'all missed Dave East fight. I don't need y'all going anywhere else.
We did
missing
we
media.
Did.
All right, so
Facts.
We totally missed.
We missed
because
and we seen it like online the next day.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
So
it's like, dude, we were there.
All right, today we gonna get into. It seems like we're gonna get into some things that are gonna be heavy, but just keep in mind this is subject to opinion. We bring things up to get our viewers' opinion on them. Man. Nothing is facts except when I say facts. Okay, so today we're gonna get into a little Kellen Winslow Jr. We're gonna talk about Dame Dash forever beef with Lyor Cohen's. We're gonna talk about Fifi versus Kiki. That is hilarious. We're gonna highlight our first pop star, which is Progressing Our People. You will get that segment today. We spoke about it a little bit on the last episode. And the first thing I want to get into is this very, very serious case that Kellen Winslow Jr. has to where he was accused of raping 2 women. The women at this point, well, he pled. Let me first say,
I got the charges right here. I got a list of the charges. He's been charged with 2 counts of kidnapping with intent to commit rape, 2 counts of forcible rape, 1 count of forcible sodomy, 1 count of forcible oral copulation, 2 counts of residential burglary, and 1 count of indecent exposure.
Wow.
That's a lot. That is, just in case you don't know who Kellen Winslow Jr. is. Kellen Winslow Jr. is a tight end. He played in the NFL for several seasons. I believe he was drafted in 2004. He played for the Buccaneers, the Seahawks, the Jets, where I believe he got a lot of his stardom or almost caught fire type of action. Mm-hmm. He also played for the Patriots.
Woo, woo.
During the year they didn't win the Super Bowl. Okay,
that's so upsetting.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's so upsetting.
He went to the University of
Miami.
They
win all the time. I'm sorry.
You're right. So it had to be him, right? He went to the University of Miami, the U. He was a part of them dominating teams in the U in the early 2000s. He was drafted number 1, number 6 in the 2004 draft.
That's great for an NFL player.
So he was at the Pro Bowl in 2007. He wasn't a bum. His father's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, so he had it in his bones. But with all those charges, you would think that was somebody that lived under the radar.
Facts.
Like you just named off like
9 criminal
10 charges.
That's
10 whole charges.
Man, dude that's sickening, bro. That's I don't know how else to explain
are these
it.
like multiple victims?
Or just two women as of this summer. It was one 17-year-old back in 2003, and he had broke into a trailer park residential area
allegedly
twice with the intent on raping an elderly woman. Allegedly.
And it was the same elderly woman the 2 times.
No.
Okay. So I thought maybe he was hot on this lady and he wanted to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
The first time didn't work, so he came back the second time. You know. I mean, tell me something.
Listen, the first thing is, why?
Facts.
Why? And Queen, don't hit me. There are plenty of women that off of his celebrity he could have had intercourse with.
And then on top of the fact that he's married, right?
I believe he is married.
Okay.
Yes, he is married. So that little, I don't even understand how to break that down, given the fact that you have money and you have celebrity, 2 things that normally give people intercourse all the time, and you out here trying to take it.
And then you got your own money and your father's money.
You didn't grow up like a normal person.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. And then his father bailed him. I can't say his father. They say he made bail. He made bail. Somebody paid like $2 million to get him out.
Well, I'm sure he has $2 million. I'm sure his father may have $2 million.
But still,
but man. It's crazy. Now, the one thing as doing research that I noticed is that they have the 2 women. They named them Jane Doe 1 and Jane Doe 2 in the article I was reading on Deadspin.com. Shout out to Deadspin.com. They say that Jane Doe 1 was asked to identify him. Like, he was in the room with his legal team, in the courtroom with a judge, and she pointed to one of his lawyers. Now, Jane Doe 2.
Now, is this one of the aged and disabled?
No.
Elderly.
They didn't give the name of, the age of Jane Doe 1 and 2.
They could have said Jane Doe,
elderly 1.
Right. I mean, that sounds like it probably was one of the elderly women that, you know.
Okay.
She might not have known.
Now, that may be it. Now, let me tell you what happened with Jane Doe 2. Jane Doe 2 was asked, where is that? Question about why she didn't say anything until last month that Winslow had offered her money for sex. Her reply was, what does that have to do with rape, sir? I'm the victim.
Okay. So, they asked, why are you just now reporting that he offered her money to have sex?
Right.
And,
it doesn't.
Okay, but so far we know that there has been 3 people that he's tried to assault, right? Like sexually assault.
4 technically.
1 was a teenager and 2 were elderly women.
We're gonna say 1 was a teenager, 1 was an elderly woman. Then you have these 2 Jane Does.
Oh, okay. So it's 4 women total. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I was just saying, like, if it was only the 3 people and 2 of them were the elderly, 2 of them were the elderly women, then I'm like, in my mind, I'm picturing him offering like an 80-year-old lady, like, hey, let me give you this 500.
She got dementia. She can't remember his face.
Yeah, it's like
Alzheimer's kick in.
So these are 2 other people who we don't.
Yeah,
know.
We don't know anything about them other than that they came forth and said that he tried to do whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, they might not have a very good case.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they asked, why didn't she report earlier that he offered her money? Right,
and her reply was basically, what does the money have to do with it? I was raped. I'm the victim.
Well, that's a pretty good question, though. That's a valid question. Like, what does it have to do with that?
Well,
like, if he offered me money, is different from him giving me money.
Well, that is the truth, but I'm thinking
he probably gave her the money.
Right. She didn't mention the money because, they're thinking she didn't mention the money because she accepted the money.
She accepted the money.
So if you accepted the money, he offered you the money for sex, then he didn't rape you.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why you didn't mention the money.
That's
you
what they
can't use the word offered.
But that's what they trying to.
Like, this is the court of law. Offered means that you offered. Offered does not mean that I took it. You see what I mean? So,
but that's
if
the
they're
point.
Using the word offered, then they don't have any proof.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Her.
They're thinking that she did not say anything to them about the money because she accepted the money.
I don't think that. Because if somebody offered me money and then turned around and raped me, why am I going to say something about the money that you offered me? That's obsolete. You raped me.
No, but she said that he offered money for sex. So therefore, if she tells them she took the money, that's a whole other direction than bringing up the money.
What they're saying is, if he offered her money, right? He said, "Here, I'm gonna give you this for sex," and she goes, "Okay, give me that." But then they have sex, and afterwards she don't feel right with herself, and she just saying, "Oh, he raped me," and now the lawyers are saying, "But didn't he offer you money?" And she going, "What does that have?" Right, but that's what they're saying. Like, there's a chance that he didn't rape her. There's a chance that
because they're trying to figure out why you didn't mention
the money.
him offering you money for sex.
We need some additional information.
But exactly, that's what we saying.
That's not even a situation that we can really speak on.
Because I mean,
it's like, if they use the word offered, then that means that she didn't take it. She didn't have any money.
Because I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about legal.
Well, they always start from the root. They don't just flat out ask you, "Did you take the money?" They ask you, Did he offer you anything? Was there any type of conversation about money?
Well, why would this is the point that I'm trying to get you to understand. Why would a person automatically come out and tell you that somebody offered them money if I'm reporting a rape?
Because that's part of the story.
It's not a rape if he gave you money and you accept it.
I understand that.
But that's
nobody
that's your story.
crying rape is going to say he gave me money.
No, that's not true, because if you call the police and tell them somebody raped you, they're going to ask you what happened. And that's a part of what happened. Because before he raped you, he offered you the money and you told him no.
I guess.
That's a part of your story. There's no. If you leave that out, it looks suspicious.
Right, but I mean, leaving it out.
How did you meet Mr. Wins? How did you meet him? Blah blah blah. Well, what happened after that? Well, we went back to the room. We went back to his hotel. What did you do? Well, we sat on the couch, and while we was on the couch, he offered me money for some sex. I told him no. Then he raped me. That's how that would go. Not we sat on the couch and he raped me, and
and you just jump right.
You jump past that part.
Money, yeah.
So not saying that she's lying or anything, but that's why I feel like that's why they're making that somewhat of a point. Well, his attorneys are going to make that a point, of course.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But that's right. That's why they're going to try to take that angle. So I mean,
he's obviously a serial.
Yeah, something wrong with bro.
Disabled.
That's a serial rapist.
Teeny bopper, stalker. Like, come on, like all of these people reporting.
He been doing it since like 2003 was the first report.
But I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna.
Well, because I don't want to get sued before we get off the ground, I'm just gonna say he's allegedly charged for these things.
He's allegedly charged.
Okay, not until 12 of his peers or judge, whichever one he chooses, decides to say, he did it. We're gonna go with allegedly.
Helen Winslow.
Then that boy,
Kellen Winslow.
That boy is so allegedly sick. It's
But that, you know what? I could go on and on and on and on about the history of the University of Miami football players and how they've had issues with women, drugs, and all type of things as professionals.
It seems like that when
murders,
a lot of them that went there have like this
from another Patriot.
They have like this jock mentality. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're above it all, or they're superior to.
They went to the U. They went to the U. But yeah, we'll follow that closely. Oh, and another thing we're gonna have to dig into. I just want to make a footnote. We're gonna kind of revisit the whole Russell Simmons situation as well, because anything that we put out here, we want to kind of always follow up on it and make sure our viewers and listeners get what they expect and we do what we say. Now, moving on to a lighter note. Not really.
Not really.
It's The Rock. Oh, my bad. He ain't in the music no more. My bad. Your boy Dame did it a dash.
Dame himself.
Man, I don't know what Dame issue is. Do you know that Leo and Dame have been going back and forth for at least 15 years?
Leo who?
Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this has always been back.
No, because it sounded like he said Leo, and he said lyor.
Well, yeah. His name is Lyor. You're absolutely right.
And you're saying Leo. And I'm like, huh?
You're right. Like I'm talking about Leo DiCaprio.
He was totally lost.
You're right.
His name is not Leo DiCaprio. His name is Leonardo.
No, but he Leo. I ain't nobody. Right. Only Leonardo is the Ninja Turtle. Okay?
Right.
We're going to stop this right now. Any of them names, they go to the Ninja Turtle.
Facts.
Okay?
So his name is Lyor.
Lyor Cohen,
okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, they've been kind of going at it for a decade or so at this point.
For a very long time. He's been, Dame has been openly expressive about people who are not African American in the hip hop
Culture vultures.
Yep. There you go. I ain't want to just say that, but that's what it is.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what he calls them.
Dame has been very expressive at pointing out which executives are culture vultures, and
which is part of the reason he doesn't do music anymore.
Because I mean, it's ran by culture vultures. So,
this is where you say facts.
Facts. Okay. So this new beef or the reigniting of their beef comes off the heels of the Migos leaving 300 Entertainment. Now, 300 Entertainment is owned by Lyor Cohen and Kevin Liles. Kevin Liles is black, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But this same company that the Migos left because they said they were holding them back when they had the dab out there. They didn't really want them to release that or something like that. Just earlier this week, maybe 2 days ago, Rich the Kid was on IG and literally was on there like, fuck 300 Entertainment, man. Let me off this label, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. And any rapper in the early 90s that went through that whole Rockefeller, Rough Rider, Puff Daddy era, they know about Leo because all them rappers were in 360 deals. So they know what type of person he is. Mm-hmm. But I guess Dame ran into some fella in from Baltimore, Maryland. And he was explaining, he was explaining how he's been signed to 300 for like 4 years. And they won't let him put out any music. He's basically shelved. This man said he got 7 kids to feed. I'm going to play a little clip just so y'all can hear Dame doing what Dame do.
And do the shows I need to do to make that bread.
I'm in the same position. And then I said, who's doing this to you, bro? I'm here for you. We a culture. Let's stick together. Guess who he says?
Lyor Cohen, 300.
Lyor Cohen. Why you keep doing this to everybody, bro? You gonna sit here and try to fuck with everybody? I'm not gonna let you do it, man. Tell everybody why you robbing this kid. Tell me, what, 360 deal?
Yep.
All that. Yep.
So there you have it. I mean, I just wanted y'all to hear kind of Dame going on a infamous Dame rant about Lyor Cohen, or as he calls him, Lyor Cohen.
Lyor Cohen.
That's the funniest name ever. And for somebody who has followed rap for a while now, this is like the millionth time that I've heard this about Leo or whatever. But just like Birdman, as I was explaining to y'all earlier, you gonna have young kids that's coming up and get a little buzz about themselves, and the first person with a name to stick their hand out to them, they gonna jump on it.
That's that little light at the end of the tunnel, and they think that's the way out.
Whatchamacallum is on, what's his name? Day Day is signed to 300. I don't know if he's out or not. I never got around to seeing if he was really involved in that one murder or not.
Now, who is that at?
Oh, okay. That song. See, all you gotta do is do that noise, and people know you're talking about. He signed to 300. He was complaining about them. It's just a history of those guys that were quote unquote at the top of Def Jam, like when Russell was coming down, or they bought Russell out, or whatever. Those guys have always found a way to play up and coming artists. And
so do you think that it's like these, I mean, because I don't necessarily study music or, follow it like you would, Big B, but I've heard about the 360 deal basically being like the thing that you don't want to have for years now. You know what I mean? Not necessarily even knowing really what it was or how it worked or any of that. So is it that these young kids nowadays are just rushing into that first piece of money, that they're constantly going for these type of deals? You know, the fact that they're not disciplined enough to say, okay, well, I'm going to hold out and wait for something, you know, that may be better.
Right.
So you think that's like the overall of what it is with these young kids?
It has to be.
I think the fear of it is if I pass up on Lyor Cohen or you know Birdman or anybody or Kevin Lyle, if I pass up on them, no one else is going to come listen to my music. So I might as well use them to get my foot in the door, even though I know they probably gonna rob me.
And I believe that's the mindset too.
And that's coming from a mindset of knowing what these men are doing. Right. Picture the kids who rap who don't know these niggas.
Right.
Who have
you know what I'm saying? Who 18, 19 and don't know these niggas. They don't know what they've done. And they just take it. And I think that's what it is. It's bro, let me hurry up and get my foot in here and get away from this guy. But it's hard to get away from him because they run everything.
All money ain't good money.
Right.
Because they'll give you $30,000, $40,000 up front and you sign that deal. And everything they gonna put you out there in the public eye because they done gave you $40,000.
Right.
So now they got the plugs and the connections to put you out there.
But this is the thing nowadays, though. The people, it seems like the ones that are being signed and getting these $30,000 and $40,000 bonuses are the ones who already have huge followings on Instagram and Twitter.
Exactly.
And, you know, they're virtually already out there as for whatever it is that they
do,
and they just taking and putting the label behind.
But like they're like Tekashi 6ix9ine, like. I think he signed to like a major label like Atlantic or Jive or something of that nature, to where 300 that's not considered a major label to me. They can't do. They got the experience and they got the people, but the people in the industry know who they dealing with. So it's only certain people that they can deal with. Right, exactly.
Right. Listen to this. These are a few of 300 Entertainment current artists. First one, and this is a big one because we haven't heard from him since Fetty Wap.
Right.
Fetty Wap, Hobson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got Shy Gleazy. They got T Gleazy. They got Famous Dex. They got Young Thug.
So T Grizzly is with them?
It sound 300. I ain't know that.
Wow. And Fetty Wap, I thought Fetty Wap was with the dude who always in the songs. I thought that label. What they say in the label?
Remy Boy.
Yeah.
That might be like
that's his
management team.
Yeah.
It's like
okay.
Him and Remy Boys is like Nelly and For Real or St. Lunatic, I guess you could say. They're just homeboys, and they made their record label themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, they got
T Grizzly.
Day
I didn't know that.
That's
Famous Dex.
That's shameful. They got a lot of they got some bar spitters on there.
They got
but
I don't think Young
But that's
with
Kevin
them.
Lyle getting them
Young
in,
Thug
bro.
was?
Yeah, I know he was with him. I don't think he's still with him. He might be.
I think that's Kevin Lyle keeping them. Like it gotta be.
Well, I mean, if you go and look at that, the rest of that,
no better because he know what this dude doing
right?
To them.
But look, if you go look at the rest of that video where Dane was talking to that young man, he says that because he was like, Kevin Lyle's got you too. He was like, man, Uncle Kev one brought me in.
Yep.
He said that's how they get us all the time. They get one of us to bring it. He was like, Kev, you my man. Like, come on, Kev. You know, like, you know what's going on. But you do know what's going on. So if you going to be that mad at Leo, how you going to say that's your man?
Kevin Lyles is like...
He a house nigga.
He's the new era of rappers. He's their Russ. Like, they see him and they got to go. They gotta go see what Kevin Lyle's doing. They gotta get on what Kevin Lyle's doing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With the name on this roster, I disagree with that statement. Cause Young Thug and Fetty Wap, you could argue, but everybody else at this point really one-hit wonders and got making their rounds off of having
singles.
Right, maybe 80, 90, 100,000, 200, 300,000 solid followers. They on some new school fabulous shit.
Okay.
So, but you won't see Tekashi on her. You don't see Lil Pump on her.
Right.
You don't Triple X Extension. He wasn't on there. Cardi B. Ain't none of the people, the big people that came from off the internet on this label. They go get people that's grinding, because the internet people, like you said, if I got 6 million people watching the video, I'm selling merch already.
I mean, that would be the smart thing to do.
Pretty much. But yeah, Dame, he only points out.
Called him out again.
Yeah, fact.
He did his. He definitely made a point.
The one thing he also says in there, he says, YouTube, what is this, the new form of them being able to rip us off? Because Leo holds a position at YouTube. He mentioned the position on the Breakfast Club interview he just had this week. I can't think of what the title he owns. But if he's in there, it's some sort of power controlled position. Who was it? Lyor Cohen.
Yeah, he was on the Breakfast. He was on the Breakfast Club in
Actually, I thought you were saying Dame Dash. So Lyor Cohen was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I was just on the tab,
and it was weird because his responses to stuff were like, bro, it's scripted. You've been giving answers like this since 88, 84. But
this is a clip of Lyor Cohen on the Breakfast Club.
You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
money.
Come
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him.
Because that's what he's saying. He don't know who
I
Dame
really
Dash.
don't.
I don't even know him.
I got people to feed.
I don't even know him. What? Come on, bro. Look at this. You don't know a nigga that got you in a. You don't know a nigga that got you in a bar hub.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. I mean,
well,
but see,
I mean, as long as there's going to be people around that will still allow themselves to be sucked into that, though, it's like you can't do too much about it.
Okay. Yeah. So I think he also put pressure on YouTube by asking them what they doing. Yeah. You know.
And that's gonna make them rethink their algorithm for any of their videos.
They may.
They're gonna have to go back and rethink their algorithm for everything.
You know what? They gonna have an algorithm for Fifi and Kiki. They got algorithms for those for sure. So I wanted to get into Fifi and Kiki. Even though
Fifi and Kiki, because that's not the name of Drake's song.
These are names in lines in the hooks of
but that is
their
actually
songs.
The name of their
Fifi
song.
Is the name of the song.
That's the name of the song that Nicki Minaj has.
But listen, it just goes together. It makes a good title, Fifi and Kiki.
Fifi and Kiki, and everybody.
It makes the point that.
But even in the whole, but even on the internet, like for some reason, no one's paying attention to the other 6 names Drake says in my feelings. So right now, right, because
JT,
he say JT, KD, and I'm almost certain that's a basketball player.
No. I'm pretty sure he was talking about something.
He says he said Riri, and no one's talking about that, but Kiki is what everybody's sticking to.
Because nobody cares. And everybody's seen the clip where he said something about Fifi, and he's talking to Nicki Minaj, and he said something, and they both just started laughing.
Bust out laughing.
Like it was an inside joke or something.
It was.
So apparently this must have hurt Lil 69 feelings.
Lil 69,
man,
because he went to Instagram, Twitter, one of them, and was telling his fans to tell Nicki that he ain't gonna never talk to her again or see her again or whatever. All that good stuff.
Fuck out of here, man.
So
and Nicki,
I'm just saying,
by the way, didn't respond to that last I seen. But prior to her having this little spat with Drake about the song, she was jumping on everything he said and responding to it. But as far as I seen, she never responded to him saying that he was not talking.
When it comes to clout, when it comes to clout, she was definitely chasing it.
Right.
Everything he posted, she commented on it, and she
jumped on it.
He replied,
no,
and it was hashtag Fifi.
He went so far as to go like, yeah, Nicki, I need to borrow some money because that feature just hit me so hard. Like, I guess paying her for the feature like broke him, And she's like, "Oh, baby, you good?" Like she even responded to that, but yet you haven't said anything about
that. Was the joke? Listen, that was the joke. Like you went and got that Fifi bag. That garbage. That's why they laughing. That's why they laughing.
I mean, well, we're laughing too because if you have to go get that Fifi bag, then that means you're desperate for that Fifi bag.
Might be so, but it might be a double comp. Look, she might be desperate for the bag, and the fact that what people ain't noticing is that Fifi knocked In My Feelings out of the number one spot.
Let's talk about it.
So
who mad?
Right.
Drake?
Right.
Kiki, do you love me?
Fifi.
Nicki, do you love me?
So Drake might actually be the one in his feelings.
Oh, you right?
Right, and she just got to ride with her bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's still Drake, and clearly he can get dissed like crazy and not say nothing about it,
right?
And still keep it moving.
Still make it.
So
still make
I'm gonna tell Tekashi right now, it don't matter, bro.
Don't even try.
Get over it.
Yeah,
like people are gonna.
He like survived a dome shot. Like,
I mean, it's not even
boom, point blank range. Got up, walked away like it didn't even happen.
What a great analogy, man! Oh, like
special team murdered that
boy. Anyway, you know.
Okay.
So I mean, that was my little. I told you I had a little twist on it. That's my little twist. Is I think Drake felt away because he saw that song. Because I don't know if it was at number one at that time, but he saw or was informed that it was coming. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? He did exactly what the song said. Got in his feelings.
Mm-hmm. He's upset.
Yeah. Number 2 on Billboard. That ain't correct.
Oh my goodness, we stay laughing at Drake. Drake, tune in, man.
Poe Aubrey, man.
I would love for Drake to be an actual guest.
Aubrey,
and just
Drake,
be 100 with
just
it.
Be real, bro.
And he can be 100 with us. Like, why you give a fuck? Like,
why you all up in my business?
So, I mean, we got to keep an eye on that. Just pay attention to the music, not the artists, because the artists are doing things to push the music. So pay attention to Billboard, and that'll tell you who really went out here in these streets. Real talk, because that's who count the radio spins and stuff.
Facts.
So now, go ahead and tell them, youngster, what we got coming up now.
That's right. Our last episode, we told y'all about the pop section that we was gonna put in the show, progressing our people. This week we gonna do something amazing for our people, and we gonna start it off with somebody who did something very, very big for the culture.
Powerful.
Somebody who let us know that they all out, they do care, and that's not knocking anybody who has done something beforehand. But what he did this week needs to be recognized, and we're gonna let him be
role
recognized.
model.
So, Queen, go ahead and let them know what's going on.
POP, holding it down, progressing our people. Okay, guys, in this segment, we have to give a round of applause to Mr. LeBron James and the LeBron James Family Foundation.
Fact.
Why, you ask? Because LeBron is the real truth. Now, I just discovered this because, I'm not necessarily a LeBron fan.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm a LeBron fan. Okay, so LeBron and his foundation have basically started the I Promise School, or IPS, which is a public elementary in Akron, Ohio, which is LeBron's hometown. And this just happened. Mm-hmm. Just happened at the end of July.
Okay.
And it's basically an elementary school that he has put together specifically for at-risk children in that community, which is the same community he grew up in, that are at risk, who need some additional help, need some additional resources. He has basically opened up the door for these kids to have, he's made a way.
Right.
Definitely.
For these kids. They have a motto that says nothing is given, everything is earned.
Oh.
I have to agree with that.
Repeat that.
Nothing is given, everything is earned.
That's something.
I think that's
deep.
100.
Yeah.
That might be my first tattoo.
Facts.
No, it won't. but
like
it's hard.
basically right now they've actually started the school this fall, but they are only doing 3rd and 4th grade. They are expecting to expand the grade levels from the 1st grade to the 8th grade in total by 2022.
Oh, okay.
Which is right around the corner.
That's what's up.
You know, so I think that that's a great idea, but it
4
seems
years.
like this is something that he's been having an initiative about, and he's basically been formulating a plan and coming up with, you know, how they're gonna make it all work, and eventually he did. So I just think that this particular segment that we're doing, Progressing Our People, is not only a great segment, but for the very first pop segment to be this massive is like
huge.
Facts.
hat off.
Like,
It's applause worthy.
Yes.
It's everything that we mean when we say progressing our people.
Absolutely.
So-
It is definitely setting the standard.
it is
Definitely.
yeah, it's-
Like anything after this has to be awesome.
It's gonna
you
be
know what I mean? Because
mind-blowing.
LeBron James he just blew
Yeah.
everything he blew my mind with this, because you have so many people that are in positions to do things like this and they don't.
Right.
I.e. Michael Jordan.
Ooh.
Because
Wait.
at this time, I'm going on the record to say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
Facts.
And this is all it takes.
What, youngin?
And
Oh,
this
okay.
And
What,
this is
younger?
all it takes.
Yes.
Guess who's a LeBron James fan now? I'm not saying I'm not saying the Lakers are finna win 46 games or anything. But LeBron James,
Definitely a fan.
I'm definitely watching. He definitely has earned a jersey in my closet. You know what I'm saying? That's the least I can do is go buy LeBron
Facts.
merch or something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So definitely.
Now we know-
Big up to
Look.
LeBron James and the LeBron James Family
Fact.
Foundation. You guys
Another
are
round
doing
of
great
applause
work.
for that solid work there. But you mentioned it. Since you mentioned it, youngin, and we own LeBron James, so you basically said that they were not going to win 46 games? Wait, I think this is a perfect time for our yeah or no segment. Ain't that what I called it?
Yeah or no?
I thought you said yay.
Here we
or
go.
No.
Yeah or no?
We're going to go with yay or no.
Yay
or no.
Yeah, that's how you do that. Y'all get to see it all or hear it all here. So, look, yay or no, the Los Angeles Lakers will win 46 games or more.
Yay.
I made that.
You heard it here first.
I made that smart Alec comment earlier, but that was just me being the dumbass. Yeah, they win in 46.
So, basically, they're going to lose. How many games do they play? 82?
72.
82.
82? Dang, so they're going to lose 36 games?
Well, you said or more.
Yeah, 35.
So that don't mean they're going to lose that many games.
I think
I don't see LeBron James losing half a season.
I'm going to say they're going to get like 44.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to say they're going to get like 44 wins.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Does that mean they'll be going to the playoffs?
They should still make the playoffs.
Okay.
Are you
So we're
serious?
going to go with a number where they're going to make the playoffs.
Or I'll happily
should.
now wait a minute. I'll happily be wrong about this because I think they're going to make the playoffs. So if they have to win more than 44, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I think they're going
Make the playoffs,
to with 44.
bro. I think they going at least in the 5th seed.
Yeah, the seed I'm not too sure about. I don't know about what seed, but they're going to
Bro.
make the playoffs.
Bro, you're telling me you don't think the Lakers?
I think it's going to be a little rough the first go round, getting used to playing all that talent in the West every night.
No. dude. By February, they're not losing anymore.
Oh wow!
You heard it here first.
Like I'm not a LeBron James. Like, oh my God, he's my favorite player. No. Like what they got, bro. Once they make it to half the season, they're not losing anymore. That rust is gone.
No, I don't see that.
LeBron James, Rondo, that in itself is rust that's gonna fade after a few games.
I understand what you're saying, but I just still think you underestimating how tough the West is.
I'm not.
He's going to get in the playoffs, and then it becomes somebody being able to beat him 4 out of 7 times, which is really hard to do, even when he doesn't have a team. So we'll have to see. But I think, like I said, 44. If he have to be 44 to get in the playoffs, I'm with it, and all that good stuff.
I knew that was coming.
Yes.
Listen, guys, subject to opinion. Like, share, follow us on Instagram at S2O Podcast. Send us an email with your thoughts, with new music, with topics at S2OPodShow@gmail.com. Also, YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, we are subject to opinion. Guys, don't forget to like, share, follow. Tell a friend to tell a friend to like, share, and follow. Subject to opinion. Don't forget.
Subject to opinion. It's been another great show. You know, we always excited to get on these mics and holler at our people. And, you know, let our opinion flow and let people know what's going on and how we think about stuff, how we view things. And might be all the way left from the majority of the world. But that's why we want you to hit us up on all them platforms that Queen mentioned and get at us. You dig?
Big facts.
So as today, we going to end, as we always do, with a banger. Now, this one is from Chance. The song is called I Might Need Security.
Which Chance?
Chance the rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, that is his whole name. I don't know why rappers do that. I really don't. Like, you need to stick to one solid name, okay? We're not trying
Chance the rapper.
Right, we're not making statements, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, this
don't do Chance. Man.
This is Chance the rapper, and it is called I Might Need Security. I love this song. Check it out.
We'll see you guys later.
Subject to opinion.
The cabin's the cabinet. They trust me at landing it. They call me the advocate. They'll slide like an abacus. Boy meets world. Everybody been savages. I just wanna really know how much a Joe shooter averages. I'm not no nice guy. I'm just a good guy. The bad guys should really stay on my good side. I smell my roses younger than the good die. The Illuminati couldn't see me with their good eye. They think they Heath Ledger scary. They just Jack Nichols. I'm assigned to my city like the bat signal. Young chosen one, golden boy, De La Hoya. It ain't too many me's, rest in peace to Vern Troyer. I was younger than I seemed as a kid. I mean my G17, 18 in the head. I mean I'm only 25, but I'm Motown 25. Bet I get a statue in my hometown when I die. And Rom, you done. I'm expecting resignation and open investigation on all of these paid vacations for murderers.